Hi everyone and welcome back. Okay, I've got a really nice, quick and simple little ink sketch for you today. Well, actually it's more of a mixed media ink sketch. I'm just mixing up a little bit of black watercolour there to apply to the background washes and some of the underlayers in the foreground. It's a really nice technique to actually use to start your ink drawings off. You can also use diluted ink if you want to, but I just find watercolour much easier to handle on the paper. And the paper that I'm using actually is watercolour paper. It's from my Sea White travel journal. It's only A5 in size, so it's quite a small little drawing, this one. So the watercolour is going to handle a lot better, on watercolour paper, obviously. But if you're using a diluted ink wash, it's going to behave in a slightly different way than watercolour. You're probably not going to get the nice soft edges and things like that, although the ink will kind of feather out a little bit. But in my experience, it never looks as nice as watercolour, particularly when you're doing the wet in wet washes. Now, if you've been following along with the channel and some of these ink drawings that I've been doing just recently, you'll probably know that I've been using a lot of these grey ink pens by Pigma Micron. Really enjoying using them. I've used a selection of pens in this one. I've used the Pigma Microns, I've used some Copic multi-liner brush pens, and that's a really nice combination there that works well with these light watercolour washes. I can build up the layers gradually. The grey ink pens there, they layer really beautifully. They get a little bit darker each time, so you can control the tones a lot easier than you can with just black ink. So really this would be an ideal method for somebody just starting out in ink drawing, especially if they're coming from a graphite drawing background. I think you'll find it a lot easier using this method with the grey ink pens and even a few light watercolour washes, a few simple washes. It's going to help you to achieve those grey tones that you've been used to with graphite drawing. You should get to grips with the technique really easily. So if you do fancy having a go at this and you fancy having a go with some grey ink pens and drawing along with some of these projects, there's lots of video demonstrations and tutorials, including this one, a much longer version of this one obviously, all in real time. They're all over on my Patreon page. If you want to just go over there, have a quick look through the collections page, you'll see that there's a massive back catalogue there of all sorts of art projects, tips and techniques, videos, vlogs, watercolour paintings, graphite drawings, all full tutorials that you can follow along with and learn from. So have a quick scroll through that collections page and you'll see the type of content that's available for you over there. And yes, for just £3.50 a month you get access to all of that back catalogue and every bit of content that's on Patreon. And just in case you're wondering what my background is with all this, well, I've actually been drawing for nearly 40 years now, drawing and painting for nearly 40 years. I've been teaching art online for the last 10 years and it's been a great pleasure for me to share all my tips and techniques with you and help you the best I can. In fact, there's nothing that makes me more happier than sharing the methods and the techniques that I use and helping people. So if that's something that you're looking for, you'll be made more than welcome over on Patreon. We've also got a great community of people over there as well. So if you'd like to mix with like-minded people, share your artwork on the community section and be part of the really great community that we've got over there. I mean, I would say that, wouldn't I? I'm biased, but no, seriously, it's a great community we've got over there and you'll be made more than welcome. Okay, so take care everyone and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.